another episode of 60 Minute Sports. I am Christopher ZIDANE Matthews.
And I'm VENGA, the rational one.
No, you're the irrational one. I'm the rational one.
Alright, anything you say. I am the irrational one.
Yes, thank you very much.
And who is this man?
The one are two idiots.
Alright, so we are here with Mr. Craig Butler, Phoenix man. But we would like to talk about many things, not only Phoenix tonight. He's the coach of Mona High. They're participating in the Manny Cup competition. I know Craig is not really a huge fan of the Manny Cup, but he has decided to indulge this season. And we're going to ask him a couple of questions about that. We want to also ask him about his performance of his star player, Leon Bailey, in the Jamaican colours. Why is he not performing at the level that we know that world class that he has been performing for clubs?
Did you watch match?
Yes, I did.
Say sorry to me.
Sorry to you?
Say sorry to me.
About what?
Because he performed well.
No, we know he can perform better.
Well, no, you need to understand, Leon is coming off of an injury. And he's just played less than 3 games.
Yes.
And he's not, I think the first full game he played was the other day. And he ran for Jamaica with all his heart for almost 90 minutes. The game before, and the minute that they took him off, the goal was scored. And then he come and play in the USA match. He was 110%. In fact, the assist for the goal that was disallowed, which the whole world knows was not a foul, it was Leon Bailey who made that pass from the corner.
Oh yes, it was.
In fact, there were several blistering runs that had they seen him and sent the through pass earlier, he would have been well on his way along.
Alright, let's talk about that. Since you start there, let's talk about that.
But out of curiosity though, is he playing in the right position?
Leon is a right winger, but Leon was taught to play all 3 points of attack. So he could play as an attacking midfielder, he can play as a number 9, a false 9, he can play as a right or left winger. But the question is that do you get the same player when he plays different positions? When Leon plays on the right, he's extremely dangerous, cutting in off there onto the left foot or being able to go all the way down the right. So you can never read him. When he plays on the left, he plays more like a runner.
I'm in agreement with that.
Lots of change of pace, good shots with the left, but mostly crosses, mostly delivering thing. But on the right side, he's more attacking, he's more dangerous, more creative, and he also scores a lot more goals from there. He can also play as a number 9, where he moves in the tight spaces, 1-2s, and gets the through balls going. And as a number 10, he's very quick in decision because he's very smart. So he can make quick passes and get through passes. But he's played in all those positions for Leverkusen and for Genk. And he's all grown that way at Phoenix. For the national team, I think a free-flowing role off the right would best suit him, but give him the freedom to switch sides if he wants or to come into the middle when he wants. And I think yesterday's game he was doing a lot of that. Even though he was playing on the left, he really went over the right a lot. He went into the middle a lot. He was free and he was doing his job. People said he lost the ball a couple of times, but Messi loses the ball 50% of the time that he has it because he's trying to be creative. And it's, if you didn't lose the ball 50% of the time, if Messi had say 30 or 50 touches a game and he didn't lose the ball, then it would mean that he would dribble the ball into the goal with 30-0. So he has to lose the ball trying to be creative, and that's what Leon does.
Alright, you spoke about the blistering runs and through pass not coming. That is important for me because that is my issue with the national team.
Tyreek McGee.
Thank you very much. Expand.
Ravel Morrison. Not on the pitch.
It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. Tyreek McGee, Ravel Morrison. On the pitch, you get the passing.
Exactly. When Ravel Morrison came on in the second half, didn't you see a different game?
Different game.
When Ravel Morrison came on in the game before that,
different game. Total different game.
Okay, so when Tyreek McGee played against Costa Rica,
our best game.
Was he created the goal?
Yes, our best game.
But look at it. We are not playing a creative setup in midfield, what you think the tactical approach is from Whitmore? See that we're not trying to play a creative midfield.
You need to look at the personality of the person. I think Whitmore is still thinking that there can only be one Whitmore. So therefore, it's almost as if every good young up and coming attacking midfielder is sabotage.
Sometimes you wonder.
I wonder if that is really the
Sometimes
problem.
you have to wonder.
Whitmore doesn't like Whitmore?
How is it
I
that
don't know what happens is this, right? Suppose, I'm just saying, this is just being devil's advocate and being a jerk about it, right? So this is how the jerk would see it. Tapa was a good attacking midfielder, everybody loved him and he played well for Jamaica. Why is it that he's not giving Maggie that chance? Why is he not giving Ravel that chance to do that job for Jamaica? Why is it that he's using defensive midfielders that are way over the time? I know what, I tell you something, I really like Aka, you know.
everybody likes that?
But Aka all enough. If they use Aka should play like a centre.
Aston.
Because when he plays centre, he can tackle, he can win the ball, still have enough pace that he can read the game, good leader, good guy in the locker room. Yeah.
That midfield have to cover
Use
too
him,
much ground.
use him with Low. Right? There's no way on earth you could have Grant off the pitch. Grant had run down some ball from behind the man and win it in front of them.
Yes.
Come on, man.
But would you like to give us a setup of the midfield, or maybe a proper 11 that could accommodate the best out of Leon?
Well, Taxi or Lay. What do you mean?
Yeah, man.
Gabby, to the left.
Taxi and Moimin, the two left backs that played yesterday.
Lay.
Right.
Yeah. He was good.
Really good when he came.
Yeah. The new kid that they've been blocking and he finally got his start.
Right back.
Yeah. Javier
Brown.
Javier
Yeah.
Brown.
And Powell when Powell is fit. Yeah. Nothing wrong with the two of them. I think Javier Brown added a new dimension though, because maybe he's just healthy, you know. But I would look at Watson and Lowe, because Watson adds a component to that vibe and bring to the team. Just that when he tackle and win the ball, sometimes he can't get up in time. If you look, Grant tackle and win the ball and dropping up. But within few seconds he's back. Less than a second, he's back up tackling 4 tackles, 5 tackles, even on the ground. That energy that you get from him, even though he's older, I think he's also older, but
he's 34.
But he's playing.
Yes.
He's playing week
football,
in, week out.
Yeah.
So that's where it is. The creative side of it, Ravel. Pick a choice. Mature you want? Ravel.
Maggie.
Top young talent, you want exposure? Maggie.
Former Dortmund player.
Who that?
Maggie.
You don't know?
Until he was stolen. Anyway, name the 11.
Who stole my home? Who stole it?
That's a program onto
You've heard
itself.
words on Jamaica.
That's a program onto
He
itself.
was recruited by Jamaica College.
That is what I talked to you about, the difference between recruitment and development, and that's what kill Manico and kill players that play Manico. When you recruit a youth from over there, right, and you bring him in here, and you treat him like a god, you take away 3 years of his development. Because those 3 years that you're going to keep him in the school, treating him like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, you're not putting the pressure on him to fix the weaknesses that he has. So when he's done with high school and he needs to move on to the next level, I'm a challenge, something missing.
He made some comment about his development and his awareness when he went overseas. And I think he was speaking to the awareness that the things that he was taught in Manico didn't really help him.
Oh, don't help him.
Right, so you're onto something there.
Yeah, but you know what? He's a good kid, you know. Good person.
Sure is.
He's very creative. I've been working with him on that right side, and I'm telling you, the Maggie that I saw, even the physicality with which he played in a Costa Rica game, I've never seen Maggie body check a man and him fly off of the field.
It's getting there.
And I'm telling you, every day he's in Belgium, he's doing his training at the field, but he's also doing the gym work. Pumping the iron, getting stronger, eating well, going to bed. He's serious about this game.
Yes.
And you know, as a coach, you do math. Yeah. When I'm coaching, I have Theo and I have several young players, Tom and Bell when I'm playing my senior team, those guys are getting 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes every game, even though I'm a starting 11 that are mature good players. Because I know that starting 11 is going to move on to professional football and they will need to move up. As in the case of the national team, that starting 11 is going to get older, as in the case with Watson, and we're going to need a replacement. If you're not giving the future replacements playing time, when you get them in there, they're either be too stagnant or stale and dead, or they would not have had the playing time to step up to the plate and with confidence. So it's all about vision, long-term vision. You know.
What are you thinking of in terms of your attacking setup for the national team?
Well, for one thing, I would never leave Shamar Nicholson out of my starting 11. Never. Especially, I looked at the goal scorers in CONCACAF. Shamar has been on the bench for a couple of games and whatever, taking him off. He still has 2 goals. Yeah? Mikel Antonio, 2 goals, 2 games. Yeah? The first game, they said that Mikel Antonio was just not capable of doing the running.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't play against Panama. No, this game
against El Salvador.
El Salvador, so they brought him on.
Yeah, I'm understanding that he was struggling with some muscle injury.
Okay, great, that's all good and well, but that muscle injury didn't show 1 second
When he came on.
3 days later.
It's
3 days later. What is it? Superman?
We ran for
The
90
$6 million
minutes.
man will change out in parts or something? Because that man with a muscle injury is kicking a rocket from something like 25, 30 years old.
Yeah.
And running like a Steve engine. The man is the answer to the system that Jamaica needs to play. We were looking for a battering ram. That's what he is now. Battering ram. Play it to him, he can lay it off to. And that was actually the game plan on top of it.
Yes.
If you look at when they got the ball deep, they play long ball, and they tell Leon and Desmond,
you could
come
see
in like this and flick it on.
Yeah.
You see him go, come, flick it on. You know, and so he's a good asset and a good addition to the team. Leon is creativity, speed, and coaching. Is a very important component that is missing. Leon on that pitch is a coacher. He's motivating his teammates. He's telling them, come on, let's do this. He's keeping them together, get the game going. So if you watch the game, look back at the game and just look at what the guy is doing. He's really one of the top leaders out there. Yeah. So my attacking setup, I would use Shamar Nicholson. Let me get a better way to look at it. When I played Manning Cup, right? I played left back in my first couple of years. And we had Audley Brown, yeah, and Martin Campbell at centre half. At right back we had a kid by the name of Walter Plummer. So that's 4 at the back, and myself at left back. In the middle, he played 2 holding midfielders and 1 right side attacking. So one was Winston Thorne, the other was Ferdinand McKenzie, and the other was Michael McDonald, right? Up front, he played a right winger, Delroy Brown, and then he played 2 centre forwards, Richard McDonald and Donovan Thomas.
Pot cover.
Pot cover, yeah? And sometimes pot cover would drift outside, making it look like he's a winger, but then as the ball over the right side, he goes inside. I played the left back, and because I was very strong, very fit, you see how late was running the wing? That's how I ran the wing every single time. I don't know if you watch how much, but every single time. So we could use this in the national team with a taxi or a lay running that wing. Put Shamar Nicholson as a false left wing and make him play off the target striker, Mikel Antonio. Put Leon on the right with a free-flowing role. Where he can come in, he can go right, he can go left, and him adjust. You have Ravel Morrison, Tyreek McGee, yeah? And Young, Lamar Walker. You see the 3 of them? You use them according to where they are. Morrison, first choice, and I use it this last.
Definitely.
Bring on Ty, yeah? With about 60 minutes in the game. make him play, right? And give some time to Walker. Yeah? So everybody's getting a piece, developing, and at the same time, the component, that creative component is not compromised by using an additional thing. You have Speedy, you can play in the middle. Yeah? You have Grant, who definitely has to start. Yeah? At central defense, you have Lowe, you have Watson, you have Liam. Yeah? So you choose between Watson and Liam. Watson, I saw him, he's not fit. There's no fat on him anymore. He's working. Close. Yeah man, I saw him up close. He's working. Honestly. Can't look at the man and tell a lie. He's fit. Well, he was injured in the game before.
Yes.
And limping, but he played well this game too. For the first. But as a holding midfielder, no, not now. No. As a centre half, yes.
Yeah, because he was decent at centre half in the other game.
The great centre halves of the world went up to their late 30s, you know. The Italian centre halves. Yeah, because they had that leadership and organisation and the catenage, they still can defend very well. They have them playing late. Paolo Maldini, all of those guys, they played long. So, use him and use Lowe. You have Lay and or Taxi, that you can use both. At this point, you can bring in Lay. You can bring on Taxi or you start Taxi and bring on Lay. Don't matter, especially with the workload that they have to be doing down that wing with the false nine. Because Shemar go inside, use him. And the right winger, Javon Brown. Right back, Javon Brown. Who's the victims? Who's sacrificed? You have Bobby Reed.
Definitely. You're not working with Bobby.
I'm not saying I'm not working with Bobby. I'm saying that he's going to be a sacrifice. He would have to end up on the bench or come off the bench for Shamar to start. That's the facts. Yeah. They're both in form for their clubs. They're both doing very well. But Shamar has been scoring goals for Jamaica. Yeah. When a man scores goals to you, you play. Yeah. So that's my idea. Off of the bench, of course, you have talents. You have Corey Burke. Cannot deny that man's work rate. Cannot.
Good work ethic.
Cannot deny his work rate, his humility, a great personality. You take him and you bring him on, you make him run for a good 30 minutes. After you have Shemara, Madam, Antonia, Batarus, or Leon and shift them to net. Yeah? Then you bring on Corey and make him run into net. So you have him on the background. You have East as well there that you can bring on as well. So for me, one person that is missing from this mix, the youth of Paris.
Paris.
He's top scorer in his league.
Yes.
He's doing very well.
Why isn't he here?
Not because he comes from Cavaliers and Speed is his coach that developed him or have him. That means that he must keep him out of the national team.
It seems very strange that he has not.
This type of politics, you see, that's why people don't like me, you know. A man ramping me the other night to the point when I get so angry and telling me I'm no coach and I don't know what I'm doing. Just kind of give a tour of a room.
Yes.
You understand? And a tour of outside. And yes,
Virtual tour.
Virtual tour. And yes, I was angry, so I was being mean about it.
Yes.
But there's no denying that it is football that has done this. It's not Liam Bailey alone. There's Kemari, there's Martin Davis, there's all of those players we developed over the years, right? And the respect and think that it's not money that gives you the relationships and the exposure to the talents behind us. Former big footballers, big managers in clubs. So I tell it like it is. And the truth of it is that kid carrying Paris, he really should have gotten a call up or two.
Most
and
definitely.
been given an opportunity to show what he has it
Most
start.
definitely.
You know, but when you look at players like Harris, Kyle Butler, that are being killed. Kyle done that already in terms of his football. He don't want to play anymore at all. And that is because of the JFF. It is not because of anything but the JFF. They killed his spirit. He was captain of the under 23. And Tapa came and brought in his player, removed the guy from the captaincy and onto the bench, and don't play him the whole time. What's the name of that player again? Lambert?
Yes.
And since then, where's Lambert?
Where to be found?
Where's Lambert? Where is he? Is he in a club?
He's in the USA.
Yeah, but why is he not in the senior team?
I don't understand.
You brought him in so we're highly favored that you removed the captain of the under 23 with 1 day's training and brought in Lambert. So why is Lambert not in the national team as a holding midfielder and you're playing a 38-year-old midfielder over bringing in a young player like Lambert who you obviously believe could do the job? These are the decisions by Tapa that really irks me.
Yes, it does.
And make me really angry now because you can see that it has nothing to do with football why he makes these decisions. Don't like me, so him crush Kyle Butler's career. Yeah? He didn't like me, so Leon, at 18 years old when he was dominating Belgium, could not get a game, could not get a call for Jamaica's under 20. Even though in the tournament, I think we lost every game at home.
Yes.
You have to change your mentality, bro. If you're going to be the coach of the national team is for all Jamaica. Not just those you like. All Jamaica. I have to deal with people. Let me tell you something, man. There were years when I tell you, I hate Rudolph Steed. That man kept my ban in place for almost 7 years. He didn't put it there now, but he kept it there for 7 years. I said I hate him now. But at the end of the day, I said to myself, okay, the ban is lifted. I'm doing my job. Is he a good coach? Yes. Has he helped to develop players? Yes. Is he trying to achieve what I am trying to achieve for the country? Yes. Does it suit me for our Jamaica for me to continue being his enemy? No. So you know what? Put your anger and hatred aside and do what's best for your country. Speedy, may I friend, I could say we can get this thing going forward for everybody else. For the youth then, for tomorrow. And that's my position, guys.
I have a concern with more. I am trying to see some form of identity in the national team. I personally am not identifying some identities. A lot of chopping and changing. I can't see a dedicated system that we're playing. So a player comes in, he's used.
We are playing a system.
Well,
we are playing a system. You know what the system is?
Tell me, please.
Kick the ball onto Mikel Antonio.
Route one.
And try make Mikel Antonio flick it out to Leon Bailey them and then run.
Yeah, that's Tapa's system.
And then if them buck it out,
right through.
You have what's that them man they will tackle hard and win and clean it up and win it back and try start from there. But there's no build.
That's exactly what the system.
No system, you know, build
That's
up.
exactly what the system.
Let's go on football.
Hey, let me tell you something though. If be that Mikel Antonio as a forward still I'd go 2 or 3 builds. But I look for him still. I will play and get that ball up to him because guess what? I don't see an American that out jump him and win one ball in the whole match.
Yeah, man, you had them under some immense
So
pressure.
you saw that he went play a whole English football?
No. But what you do is you go 2 bills. In other words, you play a system and 2 bills. And then you keep them honest. The next ball, you go long. Yeah?
Reasonable.
So you don't get them coming and pressing you because if they press you, you go long.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you go long, Mikel Antonio and God go with them. And then you back off because they expect the long and you just build from the back.
Reasonable. Because
So
I've said
it
it
gives
before.
you 2 dimensions.
Don't play a tiki-taki, 2 knocks and release.
No, not tiki-taki. Direct.
No, not tiki-taki.
So you're holding midfielder to
tiki-taki.
attacking tread the needle.
Exactly.
To the wingers and the strike.
Right, and I was explaining
4
that.
passes, you should reach in the opposite half.
Exactly. So we're not
But
trying
not
to
one.
we're not trying to play tiki-taki. 2 or 3 as you put and then release.
Yeah, man.
and get the front people going.
So,
All right. So let's segue into some schoolboy football now. How many games have your team played thus far? One.
Lose one.
Today.
I want to win money cup.
You want to win?
I want to win.
You think you can win or
Yes. Be serious. I want to win.
You're serious. So what was the first game like? You played against Kingston College, who I hear is one of the favorites this season, maybe the favorite.
Well, we experienced boom ball minus Michael Antonio. So we're just kicking. So basically, they were just kicking out the ball.
Yeah.
We had them under immense pressure. I think there's only one player in our squad that actually played Money Cup before. So they're all good young players, playing our system, doing well, creating the chances, getting behind the back, using our wingers, playing the attacking midfielders, attacking midfielders, trending the needle, doing everything that they're supposed to do. But we missed about 20 chances in the first half. I mean, not half chances, 20 clear chances. 6-yard box, run wide at the post and all that. And I chalk it up to experience. If the boys had put away 30% of their chances, would have won that game by 6 goals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you watch the game, it was up on YouTube for a little while.
Parts of it.
Yeah, all of it was up on YouTube. I went to take it down because we didn't realize that
You have to have the rights.
we have to have the rights. So we took it down respectfully and did the right thing. We didn't know that because normally what we do is we take our games, we put them up to help market our players and to give them opportunities overseas where the coaches can come and see them, which is something we need to talk about. And so we had our marketing team had put it up at Phoenix, and but you could see all those opportunities and goals, and I think it was probably one of the most viewed. It had like 10,000 views in less than a week.
Yes.
You know, so they were asked to remove it too, which we did, you know, because that's the right thing, and we didn't have those rights. And we need to look into what do we do though to ensure that our players do get the exposure. We live on a rock. We live on a little island, and nobody sees our stuff. And the only way for people to see our programs is to videotape and get it out. Now, if someone has the rights to it, but they're not taping the game or carrying it live, what are we doing with the history of that player?
That's an excellent point.
Yeah. So you have the rights to the game, but you choose not to tape the game. But if we tape the game and post it, you're gonna have a problem. But what about the player that needs that game and that footage to create a player reel to show what he can do to someone in Europe so many miles away that's not going to take a plane to come and look at it? That's where I have a challenge.
Yeah, definitely.
But look at him, man. JFF not like me already, it's something like that. So
you have enough enemies.
We have enough enemies. You know, and I think
you like him, Zidane?
I think a fat man in New York hate me like I do some poison, but if they hate me already kind of bad mind and try to say some bad things about us. That's what made me end up with the rant the other night. But there's something else. People don't know this, but December 18th, 23rd, we'll be having
18th to the 23rd.
18th to the 23rd.
Yes.
We'll be having between 8 and 10 Premier League teams sending their technical directors and owners down to Jamaica to come and look at our showcase that we're having with the Phoenix players. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite a select best U21 players out of the Premier League, and also a select best schoolboy group out of what's happening here.
Which is under
19, and then have them play games against the Phoenix with these clubs here to watch. And I'm not talking about some little soft club, I'm talking big clubs. Big clubs confirming. So it's a great opportunity for Jamaica. great opportunity to take the schoolboy football to where it really needs to go, to where they're looking at players so that when they finish schoolboy football at 18, 19, they have an opportunity to go and really see professional football. And for me, I said we're going to win Money Cup, but that is not what our goal is. Our goal is to change Money Cup.
Yes.
Our goal is to change it from being a recruiting system to a developmental system where different teams within the Money Cup will adopt a similar system of development and playing style that we do at Phoenix, so that when somebody like Tapa or whoever the coach is gets these players, they all understand on a national level, this is how we play in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And it should be geared
so we
towards
have some form of philosophy.
Yeah, and it should be geared towards what we do best. We're sprinters. We have strength and power. Mikel Antonio showed that. We have creativity and skill. Leon Bailey and Ravel Morrison is showing that.
And Maggie.
And Maggie, we're showing we have Walker too, and we're showing we have pace. Fleming, Corey Burke. Them man they can run. Yeah? So this is what we should create the game to. Boom ball that might help us.
Not at all. Not at all.
So we have to create a game that is built through the flanks, built through the wings, with creative midfielders that can pick up pass, yeah, and strikers who are powerful and strong that can hold up the ball or finish.
Definitely.
Yeah. So if we do that and we're playing in the Money Cup, and we're coming and we're killing giants, yeah, or even outplaying them, because I don't mind losing.
Yes.
If I'm doing the right thing, because I'm losing today, but winning tomorrow.
What's the average age of your team? You think?
About 16.
16.
Yeah.
So in other words,
we brought on a 13-year-old attacking midfielder, Tom, from Port Royal. You know what Tom? Tom would have killed him. Tom, I said, Tom, go there and take it to them.
Yeah.
A little Tom kid.
I like him.
Run at them and take him out. He's one for the future, brother. Wow. You're going to hear about him. It's like when we talk about Tyreek, you're going to hear about Bell, Tom, Dylan, Sean, your boy, Skylar.
I like Skylar.
Yeah. Off key. Those kids.
Mighty hands,
but you have to bust them early.
Yes.
The same way I want to tell Tapa that he must play Tyreek. It's the same way I have to bust Tom. Yeah. So people don't know this. You know that I was the first person to make Mr. Man play Money Cup. Mr. Man play Money Cup for more than 13.
There's Morgan.
Marvin Morgan.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware. I knew it was that's in Mona. Never really played Money
The relationship with me and Mona is not today.
Okay.
Kyle Butler and Leon and those kids were playing at more than 5, 6, 7 years old, training with the Money Cup team then,
So, well, everybody knows my position as it relates to the robbing of the lesser school of their players. As you indicated earlier, it seems as if it takes away from the development of those players.
Of course, because you take all of them and put them in a whole group and then
and create a big coach.
Create a big coach when you truth or reality. Because I remember when Leon was at PhD, I went to one Money Cup training with Leon and Kyle. And I said, no, you're not playing Money Cup. No, you're not going to be coached by those people. And I said, and people said, why you're blight the youth future? Why you cannot make him play? 6 months later, Leon Bailey was Belgian Young Player of the Year. Because the level at which he operated, the pace at which he ran, the pace at which a game was played, the pace at which he dribbled, the skill sets that he used, the mentality of creativity is lost in the Money Cup. In the Money Cup, I remember growing up, make the ball do the work. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Pass the ball, make the ball do the work. You forget what Vin Blaine said about Leon when he went to the under 17 training?
He wasn't making any waves?
No. Well, he said that, but one of the things he said to me was that Leon dribbled too much. So I asked him the question, yeah, but he scored 5 goals in the training and he didn't lose any balls. So why not dribble? And he was saying like, you shouting at him, telling him, take on the man, them man, not good, take them on. why wouldn't you, as his coach and manager, mentor, be encouraging him to be creative and to take on players? That is what has made him into who he is today.
Yeah. That's his game.
Yeah? That's what he does. He takes you on.
Messi's taking on players.
Yeah. Any good player. Ronaldo takes on players. Yeah? And that's the reality of it. But we as Jamaicans, make the ball do the work, pass the ball. The ball move faster than how you can run. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. The creativity that when a ball is in flight in the air, yeah, you have time to judge it and make adjustments. When a man a blister pass you and cut cross and headed into goal, there's nothing you can do but foul him.
Yes.
Yeah? And that's what we need to create, because guess what? If you're faster than everybody else in the world on a track, it means that that advantage which you need to gain by pushing the ball past him. You saw the runs that Liam made with the ball yesterday? It makes the run to push past the man and run past him. There's nothing the man can do. But either foul him, stop the game, or leave him making cross.
I've always been an advocate of developing our football to suit the Jamaican DNA. And everybody knows what the Jamaican DNA is. We are the sprint capital of the world. Develop the football around our
But
best.
Brazilian coach come, we are playing tiki-taki football. Brazilian knockings football.
We play in European sometimes.
Yeah. The German coach come, we start kick it long. The Jamaican coach who was taught by the Brazilian coach, him come back, he get free, he don't want nobody be a star like him, so he just want to go long.
No creativity.
Yeah, just don't lose. That's his philosophy.
Just don't lose.
Don't lose. Just hold, protect it out.
Blue collar football.
Yeah, which
Fire behind the ball.
my philosophy though is to outscore your opponent.
That's how you win the football game.
Look here, we lose against KC. I use a centre half that I know, because I'm on a centre half can't play. I use a centre that I know he makes one mistake a game, which can cost you a goal. May I use him same way?
Yeah.
Because from an attacking perspective, he's creative. You make the passes fall and whatever. So you as a forwards need to finish the 30% at least of your chances.
So you have that cushion.
I beat the man in 6-2. Yeah? But if you don't do that, we're going to die. And that's what happens. So hopefully the next game is tomorrow against Papine. We hope that we can get an opportunity to score some goals and to win this game. Papine is a worthy adversary and we respect them, and we hope that we can go there as a team.
Where will the game be played?
At Jamaica College. But you know, nobody can go, but
Maybe it's spirit televised.
no, that game isn't televised. I think the one against St. Catherine will be. But this game isn't televised. But I think there are places at Mona where you can go, at JC where you can go up on the school compound and the block way up the top.
What time is the game?
It's at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
3 o'clock. All right. We're leaving it there. Any other questions?
No, sir. You have said it all.
All right. Viewers, remember, like, subscribe, and share. ZIDANE Matthias.
And wait. You have to come on mine, look at Football Unfiltered, Craig Butler's Football Unfiltered. I'll be most of you tell. I'll be bring them on my show, you know.
We will return to Football Unfiltered. Stay tuned.